We were staying in a beautiful villa in San Pere de Ribes, just about a 10-minute drive, or if you're feeling adventurous like we were, an hour-long walk to the lively town of Sitges. We woke up one morning feeling that perfect vacation ease and decided to explore the area on foot. There's something about waking up in a new place that just makes you want to wander. After a strong cup of coffee, though, we felt energized enough to take it a little farther and started walking towards Sitges. The walk wasn't what you'd call easy. It wasn't flat by any means, with a lot of hills and elevations that felt like a mini hike at times. As we entered the town, it felt like stepping into a postcard. The cobblestone streets stretched out before us, narrow and winding, lined with whitewashed buildings. After a little wandering, we found ourselves in front of the Saint Bartholomew and Santa Tecla Church, a beautiful Baroque-style gem that sits on an elevated terrace overlooking the Balearic Sea. It's hard to imagine a more perfect spot. The church is popular for good reason, especially around sunset, but even in the morning light, it's breathtaking. We couldn't resist snapping some pictures. The contrast between the church's detailed architecture and the vast blue sea behind it made for an incredible backdrop. From the church's steps, you can look out over the sea, with the sunlight shimmering on the water. It's the kind of view that makes you want to stop and just take it all in for a while. Sitges has a long and interesting history. It's known for its cultural scene, especially in the arts. In the late 19th century, artists and intellectuals began flocking to the town, drawn by its natural beauty and creative energy. That legacy lives on today in Sitges' many art galleries, museums, and festivals, especially the famous Sitges Film Festival, a big event for fans of horror and fantasy films. But beyond that, Sitges has been a fishing town for centuries, and you can feel the sense of history in the architecture. Many of the buildings feature beautiful arches and grand carved doors that seem to tell stories of their own. It's a mix of styles here, from Gothic to Renaissance, all adding to the town's timeless charm. The charm of this place is just unreal. It's like the old world comes to life in the present. Cafes were starting to open, their little wooden tables and chairs set up outside, and people, both locals and tourists, were already sitting down, enjoying their morning espressos. There's something so friendly and laid back about Sitges, with its relaxed pace and warm, welcoming vibe. It felt like a place where everyone just wants to soak up the beauty around them. After we spent a good chunk of time at the church, we continued our walk down towards the beach. We made our way to San Sebastian Beach, one of Sitges' quieter spots, and by this point, we were really starting to feel the exhaustion from our trek. That day in Sitges was one of those perfect unplanned adventures. From the little hike to town, to the stunning church views, and finally the beach, it was a day that left us tired but incredibly happy. The mix of old world charm and natural beauty is what makes Sitges so special. I couldn't think of a better way to experience it than by simply walking through, seeing it at our own pace, and letting the town's magic reveal itself.